Alrighty guys, so today I'm going to be covering two topics, right? Just two. And first one is that you have to learn everything. And the second one is that learning sucks, right? So what do I mean by you have to learn everything? It's pretty much that self-explanatory. You have to learn the most trivial things. You have to learn how to walk, right? That's why you see babies learning how to walk. There's no baby that's born and they know how to walk. You have to learn your ABCs. You have to learn literally anything. There's no way you can know something without learning it first, right? So that comes to like people who are like, oh, I'm naturally good at time management. No, you're not naturally good at time management. That just means you were exposed to that idea a lot. So that means you're maybe exposed to the idea of time management a lot. So when you got older, you got good at it. But at some point, you got your practice in, right? There's this saying that you have to lose 1,000 times before you're good at something, right? So, and losing is learning. So, for example, if you want to learn chess, right? You want to lose your first 1,000 games before you're like fluent in chess. If you want to learn a new language, you want to try speaking and like failing 1,000 times before you're like somewhat fluent in the language you're learning, right? And this varies. This is just like a loose number that I'm giving out. And this brings us to our next point. Our next point is that learning sucks and you're probably gonna feel like quitting, right? So there is a lot of people out there who try things and then they're like, oh, I'm not good at this. Let me stop it, try something else that I'm good at. You can stop it and try something else, but if you've never learned that something else, you're not going to be good at that too. So it's going to create a cycle where you're trying things and stopping, which that's the worst way to learn. The best way to learn is try that thing, know you suck at it, and it's going to feel like you're never going to get good. But if you keep doing it nonstop, right? So let's imagine, if you did it for 1,000 years, right? Do you still suck at it? I know 1,000 years is crazy because you're never going to be 1,000 years old, right? But that's just to like highlight how all it is you need to keep doing it, right? So if you do it for a year and you're like, man, I still can't code, right? Let's say this is coding. Do it for another year and tell me you still can't code. Okay. And 2 years go by and you still can't go. Do it for 3, do it for 4. You just need to keep doing it and exposing yourself to it until you've learned it. And once you've learned it, it's going to feel easy. It's going to feel like, oh, how couldn't I do that? Was I dumb? Right? You probably think like, how can I not walk back then when I was a baby? Was I dumb? Yeah, it's because literally you were dumb. You didn't have the information on how to walk, right? Which that's all I pretty much wanted to share with you guys. So just to summarize everything, learning, you have to learn everything. There isn't a thing in the world, there is no person in the world that can do something without learning it first. And the second point was that learning sucks, right? So you're gonna feel like you're gonna feel how difficult it is when you're learning something new. I know all of you probably understand this because at some point in your life, you've had to learn something new and you feel how difficult that was. So just never quit just because it gets difficult. Keep trying and you're gonna get better. Other than that, peace guys, like and subscribe.